Hello, hello, hello. This is Tom from Tom and Ruth Philippine Adventures. How's everybody doing? A great day. It's Sunday morning. It's 1,000 degrees, not really, but it is hot out there. I got the air going. It's 8 o'clock in the morning. Who would think to have air on at 8 o'clock in the morning? Am I in Florida? What's going on? Today I want to talk about a few things. A lot of guys are coming here. Where do I go? Where do I live? We've talked about this many times. Do I live in a city? Do I live in a province? It's whatever you like to do. There's great places in city, outside the city, in the province, not in the province. There's so many things you can do. A lot of people don't like the province because you can't get what you want when you want it. A lot of people don't like the city because of the hustle bustle of the city, the traffic and all the things going on there. And if you build, make sure you make the decision whether you lease the lot or buy the lot or whatever you want to do. Make sure you think about that. A lot of times what people don't really realize, if you have to plan out your existence here. If you only have an X amount of dollars and not really just your Social Security or disability coming in, you need to really watch your dollars and cents. Even me, Ruth and I were talking this morning. Things have gone up considerably. And I said, well, I have to pay this, I have to pay that. And she said, yeah. I said, I thought we already paid that. She said, no, the only money you gave me went so far. So you have to really think about things and plan things out. Some guys are building in the city and regret, or building inside the city and buying a lot. Some guys are buying outside the city. The best thing to do is travel around, not worry about it, rent it for a while, and then make decisions. Don't do what others do. Plan out your time here. You have limited funds. Your savings. And here's the thing too is, and I've mentioned this before many times, if you have a wife and daughter and or family and something happens to you, how are they going to be taken care of? Do you care? Some people may not care. I don't care. If I'm gone, I'm gone. However, she can fend for herself, right? But if you love your wife and family, how are you going to take care of them? So if you come here, you're healthy and everything is fine, and you pass. A guy recently was 45 years old, retired here. Save, work. Comes here, he's here 6 months, and he passes, has a stroke and passes. Goes to the hospital. They don't have the required equipment, and you guys know the story. I'm not going in detail because I always bring up those stories. People get mad at me for bringing those up, but that's just reality. Welcome to reality. Things happen. Well, his wife is not taken care of. She doesn't have any money, okay? And she has no access to money because his money stopped. All she can get the survivor benefits, this, that, and other, but $250 for burial. And then part of his Social Security, and he wasn't drawing that much anyway because he's an independent contractor. So she may get 15,000 peso a month, which can feed them, sustain them. But overall, how long funds will you have? How long will they last? Remember, it's only, and you got to plan out your children, college, and things like that. And you have to think about those things. If you're going to get involved in a relationship, you take the responsibility on for the family. That's just it. You take responsibility on for the children, the wife, and sometimes their family. And you have to make that clear to your wife, of course. How much money you have in the bank does matter on how you're going to live here. How much money is okay to live here? People say $10,000 a year, $20,000 a year is okay to live here. Some say $2,000 a month, $24,000. It's entirely on how you want to spend your money. It's your money. You already know how much you have. So just keep an eye on it. That's all. A lot of times you find that OFWs leave the country and they send money here. And OFWs make anywhere from $400 to $500 a month. And they'll take and send that $400 here and keep $100 for themselves. And keep sending it and sending it and sending it and sending it. Build me a house, do this, make sure children have clothes, do this. Well, they come back after working 3 years overseas and they have no house. They have no money saved. They have nothing. And then they find themselves after 6 months, they got to go back overseas and work again. Because they just Filipino live to the day, not for the need. So, for example, they don't plan for tomorrow; they just plan for today. So the savings is not something that you'll find that normally a lot of Filipino have. If you ask 10 Filipino if they have savings, probably all 10 would say no, we do not. And also too, you're going to find a lot of times if you're planning to build in a subdivision, be careful with that. I just went through a story with a guy, which is another video I'll bring on. The guy was in the subdivision. They came out with new rules, regulations. You cannot park your car here. You cannot paint your house. It has to be a certain color. There must not be any noise certain times of day or night. You must pay these fees. It ended up being about $200 a month, a property HOA, you know. So property management fees, $200 a month. Then before he was paying like $20 a month. So now it's $200 a month for them to help maintain the complex. So that's another way for them making money, is what it is. But you bought a house, you're stuck, and you got to pay $200 a month on top of your house payment if you have that, or any other payments that you have. So don't necessarily just go get in a homeowner association situation. A lot of people are finding that out. I'm getting emails. I'm going through my list here. I'm getting emails, kind of hitting the high points here. Of course, make sure that you trust your Filipina 100%. A story happened recently where a lady got with a guy. Come to find out, everything was fine and dandy. He found out later she's married, and all heck broke loose. Her husband is after him, looking for the money, and or other means of income. And so the American had to flee, and you got to be prepared to flee, and sometimes may have to flee the country. So remember, you're not in Kansas anymore, in the Philippines. If you get with someone, make sure that everything is fine. And then another instance where a Filipina was married to a Filipino. She's OFW, goes overseas, finds someone, gets involved with someone here. The husband, ex-husband, which is not ex, is still separated, but he has his own girl. He finds out that she's seen another guy. Now he's after the guy. And so don't think that they don't. They'll come with a hatchet and or some type of weapon. So be prepared for that. Also, commitments. Live with your Filipina for commitments. This guy here wrote me a letter saying live with a Filipina for a year, and he did. And come to find out, for a year she kept secret that she's married to another guy, and it was a game they were doing. The husband and this guy, and they went through the ceremony, and it was all fake. Another guy wrote me today. Plan for an escape. Things go sour here. Where do you want to go? What are you going to do? I found myself in a bad situation. I ended up back in the United States. I decided to stay back in the United States because things went sour really fast here on a relationship. And I can go in depth of that relationship. It's basically the same thing. Lady took advantage of him, took all his money. The husband was involved in it. They've been scamming him all along. He comes here. After about 6 months, he finds out that she took advantage of him. I'm sorry for these bad stories. You always want to hear good stories. But people write me and say, okay, what should I do? I'm in this situation. This is what I've done. I'm handicapped, and or I'm in a relationship, and she doesn't, I don't know if she really loves me. And so just everybody sometimes just needs someone to talk to. So gentleman wrote me here, says, whatever you do, do not build a 2-story house with stairs. And the reason why I said that is he said, I'm older now and I can't climb the stairs and go up to my bedroom. I have to stay in a bedroom, a makeshift bedroom downstairs now. I cannot climb my stairs because I'm too old. So when you build a house, do not build a 2-story house. Why did I build a 2-story house? He says here, I built a 2-story house thinking that I could always be up, get up down the stairs. After living here for 2 years, I realized I cannot even get upstairs anymore and down the stairs. So why did I build those stairs? So don't build no stairs. In the city, outside the city, many guys regret building outside the city because they're too remote and they can't seem to get the things that they wanted, which is the same thing the other guy was saying earlier. Do not, oh, here we go. Do not do what others do. Live what you want to do. If you want a nipa hut, get you a nipa hut. The guy who came here on limited funds, he has less than $1,000 a month to live, and he went to plow one. No land available that he could buy on the beach. So he went inland there a little bit and built him a nipa hut. Made a deal with a lady, a lease, and built him a little nipa hut. And he's living that with no electric. And he says it's fine. So live the way you want to live. That's what the thing is. And you can do the same in the United States. You can live like that. I mean, I did. If I wanted to have an air con and a nice house, I did. And if I wanted to live outside that and drive in my RV and boondock and have air con and have a shower and everything else, boondock for a week, it was fine. I had plenty of water. It had plenty of storage for water and electric and solar for sun, and I didn't have to worry about anything other than I had food, so other than emptying the tanks after the week, because I took a shower every day, sometimes two. And the key is in anything is planning out your existence here. Don't just come here. Do not have an escape plan. You got to always have that. And hopefully you guys like the video. We'll do more of these. This is kind of skimmed through my emails this morning. I want to thank everybody for always watching our videos. God bless everybody. I'll see you next time.